Hello everyone. So today in this video we are going to discuss one another important element and that is known as the barrier, right? So in my previous video we discussed about the guideline, right? So for the alignment purpose you are using the guideline, right? But in that there is a one scenario, right? One limitation of the guideline you can also say that, right? So let me explain that with the example so you will get the idea what I'm talking about. So first of all, suppose if I have this three button and right now I'm taking one guideline that is vertical guideline. So here you can see there's a vertical guideline, right? Now for this particular guideline, I'm just changing it position from here to here. Okay, so this is a guideline and I'm just putting this constraint on this particular things. Okay, right? And here I'm just going to put the constraint to this guideline. Okay, now let me move this further so you will get the idea what I'm talking about. Now suppose say for example, if I'm going to increase the size of this button, right? So it's a 200 dp. Okay, so you will observe that guideline is at fixed position. You can see whether I'm going to increase the size of this button or decrease the size of this button, it will not affect. It sticks to that particular position. So this is the guideline. Now let's understand the difference between guideline and barrier. So right, let me do this. Okay, let me delete this, right? And instead of this I'm just going to add the barrier. So this is the vertical barrier, right? So as the same guideline, when you put the barrier it is not going to appear over here. When you click on it, it is going to be shown. Now for this particular demonstration I'm just putting this first button to this barrier and second button to this barrier. So you can see here is one arrow and you can see now my button in 1 and button 2 is under the barrier, right? So when I click on this barrier, okay, and right now by default it is at the left side. So here from the barrier direction I'm just going to change it to the end or right, so you can observe the things over here, right? So now the barrier is there. Okay, now here what I can do, I can just give the constraint to this particular thing over here. So it is very easy from this particular Excel, right? So right now I have selected this button. So this is my button and I'm just going to put the start to end off. So right now I'm not able to give the constraint. So here barrier itself have a one ID. So barrier 4 is the ID. So I'm just going to provide the constraint over here. So now you can see this dot is going to be filled. So now I have set the constraint to this, right? Okay, let's get back to the our design. And now let me increase the size of this button. Okay, so now you observe that the whole thing is moved, right? So this is the difference between barrier and guideline, right? So it does not stick to that particular fixed position. It stick to the particular elements constraint, right? Now suppose if I'm going to lower the dimension, right? So just you can see. So whatever the age of this particular widget, which is under the barrier, so at that particular point, it is going to be stopped, right? And it also moves this particular view, right? So this is the difference between barrier and guideline, and this is the useful of the particular barrier, right? So suppose if I'm just going to increase another size 300 dp, right? So you can observe the things, right? So it is going to be that. Okay, so let me put it into the default position, that is 37 dp, right? So that's it guys. This is all about the barrier, right? So according to your design and customization you can use the particular barrier or guideline, right? So that's it for guys. Thanks for watching.